What's up, lovely? Oops, I forgot to turn this light on. There we go. Not that I really need it. I don't have to read anything, but I think it's better lighting. So anyway, here we are for the Dusty News Network. That's supposed to be last night, but just didn't happen. I was in south of San Jose at a training workshop that didn't end until 4:30. I thought it was going to end at 3. And it's supposed to last till 5, but they let us out at 4:30. But anyone who lives in the Bay Area knows what the traffic is like in the South Bay. So I had Candace just change the time because there was no way in this world I was going to make it back to my house anytime remotely before 7 o'clock. And it was exactly 7:10 when I pulled into my driveway. So there you go. That's why the show is today. So I need a secretary. That's what I really need to keep my schedule better, but whatever. I'm here today, damn it. So here we go. Got some funny stuff for you guys. Let's go on with the Dusty News Network. This show has no redeeming social value whatsoever. It is merely an opportunity for us to laugh and be amazed at how stupid people are and the crazy stuff that people post online and the way they think and stuff. So, it's just fun. So don't take anything you see here seriously. All right. Like and subscribe. We always try to remember to remind people to do that. A lot of people go to the channel, they watch your shows and say, "Oh, I've been watching your show for years. Are you subscribable?" No. Please subscribe to the channel. We got another couple of weeks. Let me think. What week is this? I think we have 3 more weeks to do of DNN for this season. So, keep sending in stuff. If you see some screenshot, just screenshot what you see and send it in. Don't worry about if it's appropriate or not. We'll decide that part. But we need you guys are out in the community and the internet seeing all the good stuff. I rarely get time to do that anymore. So I really depend on you to, this is a user-driven show. Okay. This was just cold. I just thought this was just kind of savage. Talking about some guy that got a life-threatening bear injury. He wouldn't have had that injury if he had been safely in jail like he was supposed to be. Now, I don't know who this was referring to, but the concept I thought was really funny. So it's like, yeah, well, yeah, that bear ate you up, but just think if you had been in jail, you wouldn't have been around the bear, and so sucks for you. Now, this young lady, I don't know what the hell she's trying to do. Look at her spelling. I can't marriage a man who is not education. You better hope that he has a different viewpoint, because otherwise you're going to be like, chuck to the side, chick. So I don't know. I know one thing. She got the biggest booty in the world. Ain't the biggest booty I've ever seen. All right. Now, these are guys who be online, YouTube and, these other platforms, talking about women, and that one up there at the top, the Asian looking one, how women are Mexican, whatever he is, Latino, women hit walls at 30 and all this kind of stuff. each one of them has talked about how women, you know, don't look right and all this kind of stuff. And so it's just like, huh? Look at their mothers though. What is this one in the bottom with that green dress on? Look like a man with a wig on. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, there's pictures of them with their mothers. Yikes. Yikes. Could you imagine? I think if that was my mother-in-law, I think I'd be like, oh no, I can't possibly because those jeans might jump off of you into my kid. I'd be upset. Okay, now this story right here was crazy. This is some serious hood stuff where somebody is so focused on trying to get revenge or make somebody look bad or something, she's gonna screw up her whole life, her whole career. She'll never be able to do this kind of work ever again. She'll probably lose her nursing license. So let me just read it for those of you who are driving. She says, a bitch just played for real. Imagine going to the hospital thinking you're in good hands while recovering from surgery, and you end up knowing your nurse, only to find out that hoe posted your my chart records on her close friends, like it wasn't gonna get back to you. A bitch you've been knowing since fifth grade. Some of y'all don't need to be working in the medical field. It is never okay to post anyone's personal information online. And then on top of that, in my face, talking to me while caring for me is insane. It's all good though. I handled half of that, and now I'm fitting to sue the hospital and her ass. Yep, yep, because that's a HIPAA violation. I can't, and the evidence is right there on social media, so they can't say it didn't happen. And it's like she better be somebody who was authorized to even have access to them. Otherwise, the hospital's gonna sue her too, and she'll end up going to prison. I mean, who does that but somebody stupid, somebody dusty? I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so she's suing the hospital, and so she's taking screenshots of people's stuff and posting online for her friends to see. What would be the point of that anyway, though? That's so weird. Okay, so then this lady's talking about um, a woman whose husband cheated and died while he was cheating. So she's like, this lady in my office today found out that her husband passed away in a car accident, but he was in a different state and she had no idea. She was like, my husband left for work this morning at 5:30. I think you have the wrong number. That man was supposed to be in Charlotte, but he took a flight to Miami and didn't tell no one. That lady was devastated and confused all at the same time. Take a wild guess who called her. The other woman, shaking my head. And tomorrow is their 20th anniversary. It's so sad. Oh, you know this story, honey? Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. That she gonna lose her whole career because she want to be stupid and try to, get somebody back, or I don't know what she was thinking. What would be the goal there? But one thing I would never do is risk my money. We ain't doing that. Wow. So yeah, that poor lady. Tomorrow's her 20th anniversary, and she didn't even know she was married to a Dusty. Oh, I no comment here. I just put this up because you know it is what it is, right? The sister girls with our hair. Okay, now this was interesting. I noticed that the crow flying with the coat hanger. And she's like, oh my God, it's the abork. And the other girl says it's Crow v. Wade. They had fun with it. The opposite of a stork. So what the stork giveth, the abork taketh away. I said, dang, people are so creative. I would have never thought of that. Okay, now this guy right here is a pickup truck driving Texas Dusty. Oh, he's from Dallas, Texas. Not the spot. I've never liked Dallas when I used to live in Texas. I went there a couple of times. They had a nice nightclub. It was a black nightclub. It was on this lake. Now that was nice. That was nice. But the rest of it, you can keep that. So anyway, Qasim, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's 38 years old. This is what a 38-year-old man would type on the internet. Hi, with the tongue stuck out emoji. Let me be your best friend and I will dating you in Starbucks. Laugh, 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 rolling laughter. No, just kidding. Sorry, I don't date anybody before I know the person. I have place, you have place, invite me or I invite you. Did you catch that? He's not gonna date you. You gonna come to his house or he gonna come to yours to quote get to know you before he takes you out and spends any money on you. That's what he's implying. So he want to be in a position where he could tap it and get to know you without having, to spend a dime on you. Okay, so he says, please keep chatting. Don't ignore the message when you like me. I am sorry, tired from some people, they ignore the chat. So what are fucking don't hear if you not keep chat? How I will know you, bitch. I don't know if he's not good looking to me, but I'm sure he must be good looking to somebody. But see, I don't like men with them eyes that's real far apart like that. That gives me like flounder vibes. I'm not here for that. And I don't like it when they too close together either. They look all beady eyed. I don't like that either. I just want your eyes to be normal. You have to have a normal looking face, not stuff that's all one sided and this tilted to the side, because those are genetic defects. Especially when you're young, you're still talking about having kids. You got to look at stuff like that. So you're gonna have a baby with one eye way over here and one eye way over here. See, I don't. That's not cute to me, and that's the look he has. But he's taking the angle that he's taking it. You can't really tell that much, but I can tell because I'm old and I've been looking at too many men my whole life. So I can tell that's what's going on with dude. So he ain't that cute, and plus he can't spell. He should have stayed in school instead of worrying about dating somebody's house. Cheap ass, ugly ass, non-spelling, dusty. Get out of here. Ooh. And this dude is like, hey, you know what? A simple bring me my card text will fuck up a lot of whole niggas, up a lot of niggas whole day. And that's true, huh? Because they be out driving the women's car, going to other women, and perpetrating like it's their car. She's like, bring me my car. The worst ones are the girls that had boyfriends or husbands that, they drive. The car is theirs, right? Especially the boyfriend. The car is the woman's car. He drops her up at work. He's supposed to be there to pick her up, and he's late. He's late to pick her up in her car. See, you would never get my car again. Yes, girl, they got to look normal. They got to look normal, ass. I'm not trying to be, can't deal with it. Okay, Dusty. Babe, I just paused the game to see if you still gonna cook. You ain't doing nothing but playing a game. And you can't cook? That nigga would starve. Okay, now this was just like this how this woman came to the school. You see, she's in a school to pick up her child. Why would you do that? It says, let's talk about it. Yes, let's do that. Y'all tell me, uh, why somebody would come out the house looking like that unless they was on the corner, on the stroll. Why would you go around a bunch? This looks like by the height of the things, on the wall and stuff. This looks like to be a middle school because for elementary school things are lower. So it's not an elementary school. It's at least a middle school. So she's at the middle school to pick up her sixth, seventh, or eighth grader, right? Or seventh, eighth, ninth, whatever it is. And it's a lot of teenage boys there, and they're at that age where the wind blows too hard and things happen. So when you look at this kind of thing of a grown woman doing something like this, what is her intent with around all those kids? You see what I mean? And I'm just not feeling it at all. The school should have told her that she couldn't come in there looking like that. That she was it was indecent, and to go and put on some clothes and then come back. Well, it is embarrassing, to the kid. It would be embarrassing, especially like the little boy. This is mama, right? You know how boys are about their mothers, and then all his friends are getting woodies and stuff, and say, "Oh, your mama's that." Ooh, and like because they don't have any coops at that age. They're just gonna say what they think, and so now the son is faced with the reality that his mother is making all his friends, nook excited, and it's gross, and it would confuse him, and it would make him feel bad, and it would make him feel like confused, some kind of way about his mother, and some kind of way about his friends as well. So all in all, this is all. Whatever happened after that, that would be all be on her. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Tata. There's some because that does happen. Women be messing with these little high school boys and stuff, and they be like, "Well, he didn't look like he was only 16. I don't care what he looked like. He is." Okay, I was just ragging on Ohio the other day, and then somebody sent this in. Now entering Ohio, ask yourself what poor life choices led to this. That shit was funny. When I first saw it, I was cracking up. And then we were talking about that on the show the other day. Ohio and Idaho and Iowa and all those places like that. Look at this Dusty. For those of you who are unsure, Dusty is not just limited to black and brown folks. White people can be just as dusty as us because dusty is a behavior, it's an attitude, it's an outlook. It don't have nothing to do with your race and really nothing to do with your age either, and very little to do with your gender because there's dusty females, dusty males, and people of all ethnicities and all ages. They just dusty and gross. How it started and how it ended just her with the dog. And dude is like, "You cheated on me, Autumn, and give me back my dog." I was like, "Dang, Autumn, are you really that dusty?" It was a puppy then, now it's bigger. And she still posing with the dog. The dude want his dog back. I'm like, wow. Takes all kinds. Okay, what's going on here? If the smoke is pink, it's a girl. If it's blue, it's a boy. That smoke is black. And look at Country Wayne standing there next to it, like going, "Oh shit." Ah, he used to be really big on YouTube, but when was that? I don't know. Early 2000s, mid 2000s or so. Country Wayne. He had a big following. I haven't heard much from him lately. Okay. This, in case you can't read it, it's typed because it is small. It's not really that clear. And if you like on your phone or something, you wouldn't be able to read this. But basically, it says, "Someone stole my fucking porch. I opened my door and fell. You can't have shit in Detroit. They took everything." Seemed like you would have opened the door and noticed that there was no steps, but I guess if you've been living in a place for a long time, you don't really think of it. You're on autopilot. Poor thing. And you could tell it's fresh. Look at the wood that's right there. The wood is fresh. It's not where the back was against the building, where it's affixed to the building. It's not the wood's not even dirty yet. So that just happened. How would I know what the reason is? You know as much about it as me. The only thing I could think of is I don't know, it must have been made. I don't know what the porch was made of. If it's metal, they sell it. If it's wood, I mean, they might be able to repurpose it, but they might have just wanted a porch for their house. I don't know. Maybe somebody stole their porch or it got rotted with termites and they took his instead. It's hard to say. It's not a thing I would think that someone would steal, but you just never know. People steal everything these days. Okay, look at this Dusty right here. This man, okay, the sign says "roommate wanted." It's a posting up on the wall. Single male, 44, searching for roommate. Must be female, age 18 to 25. He's 44. Remember that. And single. Must be willing to cook and clean. One bedroom apartment. You can use the couch until you are comfortable enough to share the bedroom. No pets, no drinking, no drugs, and no male friends allowed. My home has a no closed doors policy. This is for safety. $400 a month. Call Owen. Did you get that no closed doors policy? And you must be a female 18 to 25 with no closed doors. So he gonna watch you showering, toileting, changing, doing whatever you do. Because the door has to stay open. And he actually had, I'm like, wow, this is interesting. This the stickers on his car are interesting. At the top, one of them says, um, condoms prevent minivans while they drive in a minivan. And the big type says, I'm not drunk. I'm passing out snacks and whooping ass. Pound parent life. Yeah. Now, y'all that keep up with these, musicians and stuff, I remember hearing about this, but I couldn't even tell you one song that he made, so I'm so out of the loop. But this is they recycled this old post about young Jeezy marrying that Asian chick, and it says, "I'm proud of you, boy," and she is beautiful. Asian and Hispanic women have a level of loyalty that most black women wouldn't even understand. Congratulations, pound, young Jeezy. Hell no, that's not my van. I would be caught dead in a minivan. And so, then he put loyal as heck in court now. He wasn't trying to be with him. I don't know why they think that. I don't know. Just live with the chick. Yeah, that's what it says. Loyal and heck in court now. But, we don't know when this, what Claude posted in December 31st of whatever year it was. I guess they got married. And then, more recently, now they were in divorce court and now I guess it's final. Yeah. So we said we're still looking for more content because this goes on for another 3 weeks till the end of September. So we still need more stuff. This was kind of cold blooded. She says, me, when I see my friend's man cheating on her for the third time in public. Yeah, I see you, but I ain't saying nothing this time because she keeps staying. See? So that means she told on the dude twice already, and the woman's still with him. So she's not gonna say nothing anymore. See, that's her face. That's her straight face. Her resting RBF face. Yeah, that's about the size of it. I'm waiting for a narcissist to change, to apologize and to validate the pain that they caused. Child, that should never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Yep. Sitting there being a skeleton is about right. Okay, this was so savage. They took a picture. They took a picture of dude after he signed for his new car. Says, point of view, you steal a dead person's identity and try to go buy a car, and they trick you into thinking you really got away with it, and then the cops arrest you immediately after he put the keys into your hands. Look at that Dusty. It's all grimy looking and stuff. And the other dude is standing so far away from him because he's probably funky. Unbelievable. He got these big ass, way too big clothes on. It's like, I'm convinced my mom hated me and my brother, he says. They were cute little boys with them clothes. Yeah, it's about 12 sizes too big. For the 33rd, dang DP. Isn't this is about right? I mean, this I thought this was an interesting portrayal of the idiocy when people say hurry up. Okay, you at the bus stop. Do you control the speed of the buses? Even if you're driving, there's people in front of you, there's lights, there's traffic. So where are you? He says, I'm waiting for the bus. Okay, hurry up. So then he says, waits faster. That's about, I said, this is brilliant because that is exactly what it feels like when they be talking about hurry up. Hurry up for what? Do you think I'm going to grow wings and fly? Leave me alone. Isn't this true? Oh my God. I was in the grocery store. I actually went this time and wandering around in the aisles like a homeless person and just looking at all the stuff and trying to make a decision what I was going to cook for dinner. Then I called my auntie. I said, what do you want for dinner? I let her decide. She said, oh, I was having a craving for some neck bones and cabbage. I said, bet. What else do you want to eat? Oh, give me some fried chicken. I'm not frying your ass no chicken. You're not getting that. I'll bake. You can get some baked chicken. All right, all right. So that's what I'm making after the show. And then I'm going to take it over to her house for her to eat. Because I could not decide what to eat. And it's just such a chore. And I remember my mother at a certain point when we were like, I think I was let's see, my brother was in high school, so I'm, in middle school still. And my other brother was in elementary school. My mother says, okay, as of today, I'm only going to decide the meals that we're going to eat 2 days a week. 2 days a week, we're going to have leftovers. And you guys are going to decide the other days between you what we're going to eat. You go look at the magazines, cookbooks, whatever you want to do, and you find what you want to eat, and then tell me what ingredients you need, and then we'll make that. Because she was tired of being a decision maker. So that way we were excited about it, because we got to try new stuff. Some of it was good, some of it was like, we're not gonna eat that again. But we found that this recipe for something called chicken merengue. We still make that to this day. And we discovered that during that period of time. There you go, DP. There go your hot daddy, your daddy, your zaddy. He ready, girl. You better run over there and get him. Get him, DP. He finally ready to settle down. It's like, yeah, you're to be your hospice wife. Look at him with that shit-eating grin, too. I bet he was something when he was younger. Yeah, see his screen name? Hits Blunt. Okay, that ought to tell you the frame of mind dude was in when this was going on. He's like, I watched my dog chase his tail for 10 minutes and thought, wow, dogs are so easily entertained. Then I realized I just watched my dog chase his tail for 10 minutes. Exactly. Should have just said no. Say no to those kinds of substances. Ah, yes. Well, this is kind of dusty, but I thought it was cute. Does you guys have an ex that keeps getting finer and finer? I wouldn't know. You know why I wouldn't know? Because I don't be checking for them clowns. That's all I said. I hope that the aliens came and got them, that Jaws walked on land and got them, that they locked up in prison for the rest of their life, that they killed over dead from a heart attack or got hit by a bus or something. I think about, remember that movie, like, it was about death and people had to take turns. I can't remember the name of it now. It was a whole series of them. I'm like, ooh, they would be good starring in that movie. And I would just have to wait. They just wait for their turn. Remember that movie, you guys? It was a series of them. I can't remember. All of a sudden, my mind went blank. But yeah. And then it would skip somebody and then they would get to stay alive for a little longer. And yeah, I don't know either. Oh, yeah, Final Destination. Thank you, DP. That series was a trip. I watched every one of those shows that I could. But yeah, I used to fantasize that's like, I wonder if I could put him in that show. I just have to wait for his turn. I'd be like sitting there with some popcorn and my tea, just waiting. So that's how I'm about my exes. So I wouldn't know if they're getting finer or not. Okay. This here is some dusty logic for real. Okay. His dog peed a little because he was happy to see me. None of my friends pee when they see me. I'm surrounded by face. Woo! I know he's trying to be funny, but why would you even think to say some shit like that? You stupid. Okay, this was cute. This is the person is dusty to even have done this in the first place. We're back in the hospital because Jake set his butthole on fire again. You have the wrong number, but please keep me updated. Oh my effing god. Oops, sorry, says the original texter. No, come back. I want to hear everything. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that, but I know my big brother put a firecracker in my little brother's pocket one time at the beach. He put a firecracker and he had a burn. Now it was on the side, it wasn't on the center, but it was on the side, and my parents had to take him to the emergency room. My oldest brother was always doing some stupid shit to hurt, end up with somebody getting hurt. Your exes ain't fine. Mine were fine, otherwise I wouldn't have talked to them. But did they get finer? I don't know that. Wouldn't be able to tell you that. Okay, everybody, because it's only in a few months we're gonna be faced with New Year's resolutions. It's gonna be time to clean up those diets. So here's some motivation for you. Substitutes for a healthy diet. For pasta, you use zucchini. You can do those little spiralizers and stuff, right? For chips, you can use carrots. You just dry them and they're crunchy just like potato chips. For milk, you can use almond or cashew or whatever kind of milk. They have pea milk, they have every kind of milk. For rice, you can use cauliflower. For butter, you can have sadness. Substitute for cheese. Nope. Tacos. This is stupid. I'm not doing it. Oh my God, I was screaming. I was sounding serious until they got to butter. And it said butter is sad. It's sadness. Woo! That was funny. Okay, next. I think I used this one before, but I don't know. Candace lobbied for this one, but it rang a bell. Either I saw it a couple of times or it was in a earlier show. But whatever, it's still funny. Say, don't even come here trying it because we can fight at this location. So think before you speak. We will pop you in your mouth. Like, that's good. They're warning people. Don't come here with that shit. DP's like, I need my taco. And this guy, oh my God, what a dust bucket. I'll never forget the time some girl cried in my lap because her grandmother died and I got excited. And he's laughing like it's funny. I know, shame on me, he says. You gross dog. But see this? This is why when you have little kids, little girls especially, you do not let them sit on men's laps. This revealing thing right here is exactly why. We had that experience with my daughter. She was 2 and still in diapers. And it was one of my husband's friends. Well, I'm not really a friend, but somebody he knew. Anyway, that stopped by our house and was holding her. And I don't know what happened, but next thing I knew, I heard scuffling and cussing and the guy getting like dragged and pushed out the door. And then I said, what the hell happened? What happened? I was just in the kitchen for like 2 minutes trying to get beers and stuff. That motherfucker. And he, told me what happened. I was like, oh my God. So this, and then when I saw, when they start revealing stuff like this, and then plus what what happened in our own house, it's like, I understand now why my mother used to say, you're not sitting in no man's lap. Now I get it. So those of you who have little daughters, the man want to sit your boyfriend, your uncle, your whatever, want to sit your little girl in his lap, you say no. She can sit next to you. That's close enough. She can sit in the chair across from you. That should do. You don't put her in your lap. So you guys need to be aware of all these little things, these little issues that keep cropping up. Look at Drake. He got the lip curl for real. Like, So when your girl wants y'all to take a pic together and post it, and you about to lose all your hoes. Oh. Who's that lady behind? I know I should know who that is, but he just not looking happy at all in this situation. Okay, what is this? Waiter, sir, we don't serve Hennessy. What? What kind of Ressie Jones, is that her name? Okay. Is she a comedian or something? Is she a comedian? I'm just trying to place where I saw her, because I have to admit, since the strokes in 22, my memory about faces and names is not quite what it used to be. But I do recognize it, but I just could not place where or what her name was or anything like that. Okay, so waiter, Saturday Night Live. Okay, so she is a comedian. Okay. Waiter, we don't serve Hennessy. Guy, I asked for Diet Coke. Waiter, yeah, no purple drink either. I like, dang, you just say we don't serve black people here. Just get it over with. I'm like, no purple drink. What kind of restaurant you don't have no purple drink? Even the Mexican restaurants have a purple drink. It's called a purple Cadillac. I order it all the time. Okay, that's our last promotion for the recruiting of content. Now that you see what kind of stuff we put on the show. So, when you're out and about, just take a screenshot and send it to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line DNN. Now we come to the Savage Award winners. There's a lot of these because we only have one like super savage one, but we had a lot that was just they were pretty savage too, but this other one took the cake. Okay, here we go. God is not testing your relationship. Your partner is just a hoe and you're stupid. Now, doesn't it sound like me saying that? But people be like, oh, God, they want to put it on some third party. Oh, God is just testing. God not gonna put nothing on you more than what you could handle and all that kind of stuff. No, it ain't none of that. Exactly. Unless you're in a Mexican restaurant and they have purple Cadillac margaritas. I'm all over that. But you're right. That was supposed to be the dig. That was the whole source of humor. Okay, so that's a reality check right there. You just a hoe and you just dumb, and that's just the way it is. Okay. When a parent tells me that their kid is an angel, she whispers, and so was Lucifer. That's true, huh? From the way I heard the story, he got kicked out. Get out. So he was an angel too. Yeah. They blame God for it. Oh, God, they didn't answer my prayers. That side eye, huh? That is some severe side eye. Oops. Okay, this was funny. You ever block somebody while they were typing? Bitch, fuck you and your 3 bubbles. Oh, shit. I'm so nosy, I want to at least see what they got to say before I block them. But yeah, I thought, okay, that's savage. I don't even care what you got to say. I'm gonna block you mid bubble. Told my man I was out with my mom. He don't know that MOM stands for my of the man. And look at the drop the mic thing right there on the side. Ooh, okay, girl. Nothing I can say to that, mom. So I've been in 7 car accidents this year, and y'all can't tell me that God doesn't have a plan for me. Because she survived my guess. And Senpai says, girl, it sounds like he's trying to kill you. I'm like, oh, damn. I mean, you can't look at it that way, right? Some guy trying to kill you and your ass just keep escaping. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not a big religious fan, but I try to keep up with what's going on, and I seem like I have recalled reading that about Lucifer, the art ex angel. Yeah, I saw. Okay, senpai, you just a savage. That shit was hilarious. Okay. So Pamela in the Black Girls Culinary Group asks, do spices expire? And T. Ken Lee Fuller says, technically, yes. Blacknically, no. Blacknically. Blacknically. Okay. So dude just come back and say, just bang it on the counter, you'll be fine. So you know when it gets dried up, it turns into that hard block of spices. He ain't just banging on the counter, so it's still good. I don't like to use them old spices because they don't have any flavor. It's like you have to use like the whole box, and then you might get a taste of something. Just toss that and get you a new one. I try to be fresh for all the spices in my cabinet every year. Like when it's Christmas time, I go out and buy new nutmeg, new cinnamon, new, everything fresh. So my shit'll taste like something. I'm like, okay, these two old ladies, they supposed to be twins, I think, or something. They looking alike. Tell your friends that you've made them a partial life insurance beneficiary. They'll feel obligated to do the same for you and will only find out you lied if you die first. Okay. Yeah, blacknically. My grandmother used to keep some stuff. It's like, how many centuries have you had this cabinet in here? This cornstarch, this baking soda, whatever it is. Oh, it's still good. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're going to get you some new one. Okay, and this was, at a church. So any woman wanting a husband obviously hasn't had one before. Yes, we must have Blacknically is just like the best. We're gonna be using that one. Blacknically, technically, Blacknically. What do you guys think about that? I was having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and she was talking about marriage and how she had wanted to be married. I said, why? And she's like, well, I always thought it would be good to have a partner, this and that, all this old good old stuff. And I said, well, yeah, that is the dream, that's the fantasy. But when you think about the reality for most women that are married, how many of them are happy in the marriage without drama, without cheating, without, violence, without some man not stepping up and doing what he's supposed to be doing? I mean, how many marriages is the woman really happy in? Or she just staying because of some other reason, economics, the kids, she don't know what else to do because I love him though. She's not happy though. She's miserable, as a matter of fact, suffering in the marriage. But she married. So when you think about it like that, and then how many, the women just say, fuck it, and deuce out on the marriage. And few, the number of women that remarry is far lower than the number of men who do after divorce. So it's like women just be like, oh, I'm really not about that life. I just enjoy myself being single. You're using it every day. So yes, let's move on to the next one. Okay, and now this is the last one. This is the one, my personal favorite, that I thought was like very, very savage. Miles says, girls will text you good night and then text another guy, I can't sleep. And Dory Bear comes back correcting dude and says, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your shift is over. I'm like, okay, girl. Dory Bear for the win. Your shift is over. You're dismissed. Yeah, I would align more with Lucifer because I'm disobedient and rebellious myself. I don't like nobody telling me nothing. Don't tell me what to do. I'll figure it out myself. I saw this dude on so that's our DNN show for today anyway. I saw this guy on was it TikTok or Instagram or something, and he was talking about on economics. I'm laying in the bed and scrolling around because I just didn't have shit else to do. And then he was talking about, well, how you're gonna have to, like, being single is gonna be a sign of wealth because being single, living by yourself, because everybody, the way the economy's going, people are gonna have to live like two families in a house, like one up on one floor, one on another floor. and or sharing having roommates and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, that's the only way that you're gonna be able to afford to live alone. You have to be like a baller. And I'm like, oh, am I a baller? I don't think so, but I guess things have just worked out the way that I just don't have a lot of debt and stuff like that. So I was looking at that, and I'm thinking, no, I'm too evil to live with somebody. I just can't do it. I just get too irritable, and I need all my quiet time. When I want to be quiet, I don't want you blasting the TV or no music loud, talking loud on your phone. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear silence, and that's what I want to hear. And most people don't want you regulating on them like that, especially if they feel like they're paying rent and stuff. So they wouldn't be happy living with me, and I would be happy having to hear their noise. So it should work out. But I'm hoping to get myself together because there's something, even if it's not this Sunday, I will set up for next Sunday because I got to go out of town next week. I forgot to go to Southern California for a few days. So I'll be back. When am I coming back? I think Thursday late night. I have like a 9 or 10 o'clock flight or something stupid. But anyway, I want to do a show talking to the ladies. And I want to talk about reality versus what you hope, your dreams, your visions of perfection that aren't there, your visions of what you think you're going to get that's never going to happen. And it's like a reality check. We have to figure out what it is, why so many of you want to live a life of fantasy versus accepting what this man is doing and saying to you as reality. And I want to explore that with you. It'll be another call-in show. I will pose some questions in the show description so you can start thinking about why you behave that way and have performed that way in your relationships. So that's going to be coming up. I doubt I can get myself together enough to do it tomorrow because I got to go in here and cook my auntie her neck bones and cabbage. But sometime in the next week or two, we're going to have a sit down and we're going to talk about that. Why you all just don't want to accept reality. It's just an overwhelming behavior pattern, just like millions of women live their life that way. And I really want to figure out why. What you doing? Why are you acting like that? Why are you treating yourself like that? So we're going to talk about that. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please hit that subscription button and the instant notification bell. So when I do schedule that show, especially if you're a woman, you need to be here. You'll get the notification on your phone or email or however you set it up. But yeah, that's something I was thinking about for a couple of months. That this is a pattern. It keeps showing up, and that's the core of the problem with many of these relationships that come through the advice column. Is the woman just not accepting the reality right in her face? She just refuses to accept it, and I'm trying to figure out why. That's like torturing yourself unnecessarily. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and I will see you very, very soon. Okay, I don't know when, but soon.